What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So this was supposed to be a first impressions. However, I woke up early around 8 o'clock this morning. I looked at the decant that I was thinking about wearing for the next day, and I thought, you know what? Instead of doing a first impressions, let me wear this fragrance because I know that it's not going to last that long, and then once it kind of disappears off my skin, or maybe before it really completely disappears, I will come and film a video like I'm doing now and give you guys my thoughts. The fragrance I'm talking about, guys, is Creed Royal Water. This was sent out to me by Brian Ryan, so big ups to you, man. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, Creed is a brand where I've sampled a lot of their fragrances. Not all of them. I've sampled probably 7 of them. And from my experience, guys, they're very pleasant. They're very easygoing. Not necessarily saying like mass-pleasing fragrances, but they're safe fragrances where you can, I feel like you can wear them to work. They're not really challenging, but they are very high quality, and they're just overpriced. So I looked at the sample and I said, Royal Water. What do I think about Royal Water? Well, I instantly thought of holy water. I just think the name Royal Water is a little bit funny, and the story behind Royal Water, guys, I looked it up and it's just hilarious. Creed always writes some kind of monologue in there to where they sourced, and they said they sourced the highest. He took a trip out to the Atlantic and rode for 700 miles to source the best sandalwood or citrus or musk or whatever for fragrances. I just find that hilarious, and I don't even believe a single drop of it. But let's talk about Creed Royal Water, right? So I've been wearing it since around 9 o'clock this morning. It is currently roughly around 12:13 in the afternoon. So it's been, what, 5 hours, and this fragrance is almost completely gone off of my skin. Let's break this down real quick, guys, and then I'll let you guys know what my initial thoughts of this fragrance are. So Creed Royal Water, this is classified as a citrus aromatic unisex fragrance. It was released in 1997, 1 year after I was born, and the top notes are citruses, mint, the mid notes are juniper berries and basil, and the base notes are musk and ambergris. So when I was looking at the note breakdown, I thought to myself, I was like, you know what, this is going to be a very simple, light fragrance, especially the name saying Royal Water. I figured it was going to be light. I figured it was going to be something for the summer, since water is in the name. And I was, at least in my opinion, I think I was correct. So let's just go ahead and spray this on my right hand just to get the opening. I think the opening is really nice in this fragrance. So let's just go ahead and do that now. So in the initial blast, guys, when I first sprayed this on this morning, I really didn't know what to think of it. There is this alcoholic blast that you get, but I don't think it's perfumer's alcohol. I do believe that Creed is high quality. I just gotta say, I mean, it's well blended. At least this one is, guys. This one is very well blended. But the initial blast is kind of like this alcoholic, almost gin type of smell, and I'm assuming that's come from the juniper berries. If I'm not mistaken, juniper is a main note in gin. So you spray it on, you kind of get like this alcoholic, not necessarily boozy, but more like a vodka kind of blast. You get some citruses. I get a lot of lemon, okay, and it's actually really nice. Very light, very fresh, and in my mind I was like, man, this would be perfect for the summer. And it kind of reminded me of a fragrance like Dior Cologne, which kind of is reminiscent of like a cold glass of lemonade on a hot summer day. That's the opening for this for sure. Smells really, really great though. You can really pick up the juniper, and you can really pick up the citruses. I don't get any mint though, at least to my nose. Okay, and then as this thing starts to dry down, it doesn't take very long. Maybe a couple minutes to a couple seconds. It starts moving into the mid, and this is the one issue I kind of have with this fragrance is the basil note. The basil note is super, super strong in this, at least from my initial wearing from, you know, this morning. Guys, the basil note is so prominent. You could pick it up. It literally reminds me of a cooking spice, kind of like PDM's Ispazan, because I know PDM Ispazan has a lot of basil in it. And so I kind of figured that was a little weird. You have citruses and you have this juniper, then you have this almost overpowering basil note, which I don't know, guys. I mean, I am a fan of basil. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't like that note in fragrances, but man, it comes off really strong in this. However, I will say it is pleasant, but you don't have to look for the basil. I mean, it's right there. Once this dries down completely, it smells of ambergris. And I can tell you right now that the ambergris that Creed uses, if it is even real, which I want to say for the price that you're paying for this, which can range from 180 to roughly 275 USD. I want to say that they're using real ambergris, but I don't think they are, guys. I think it's a synthetic blend of something, of some molecules that make it smell like ambergris. However, I will say that it is probably one of the best ambergris notes I have ever smelled. And you get this nice kind of like animalic clean musk, and there is an animalic undertone to this fragrance, especially when it gets into the when it's in the mid transitioning to the base. There is kind of like this animalic touch, which I find that it's probably coming from that musk, but the animalic aspect or facet doesn't really last that long, and then it kind of just turns into a clean musk with a lot of ambergris, and that's kind of where it stays. Projection, I find, from my initial wearing, guys, okay, this is not a full review, but this is just my initial thoughts. Projection was, I thought it was non-existent, but as I was moving around, I could pick up little whiffs here and there, especially when you first spray this on, especially with the top notes with that nice citrus. I could pick up little hints and whiffs of lemon, which was really nice. It was really subtle though. So I'm gonna say not even a foot, maybe even less than that, maybe half a foot of projection. And then around after, or maybe around like 2.5 hours, guys, I mean, it's a skin scent. And at that time, you're in the base, you get the ambergris. It's just, you gotta have to put your, you know, wherever you sprayed it. I had sprayed it in the crook of my arms, on my neck, and underneath my shirt a little bit. Obviously, I just sprayed it on my hand. But, you know, it turns into a skin scent pretty quick. So I am a little disappointed on that aspect, because I do find that this smells really nice. It's like Dior Homme cologne, but a more mature version of it. Obviously, I feel like Dior Homme cologne is a lot brighter in a sense to where it is more airy and aromatic. Creed's Royal Water, in my opinion, is a little bit more dense. It is higher quality for sure. I know that they use higher quality oils here, or synthetics, you know, either or vice versa, and it just smells more mature. So I will be doing more wearings with this, but I can tell you this would work great in the summer, in the high heat. I couldn't even see anybody wearing this in a AC controlled environment, because you're probably gonna lose projection. You're gonna lose pretty much that scent bubble around you. It would probably turn instantly into a skin scent. So I can really only imagine wearing this in the summer, and somewhere where it's humid or you're sweating a lot, generating a lot of heat to reactivate this stuff. So that's my initial thoughts on Creed Royal Water, guys. Brian Ryan, if you would, please let me know what your opinions are down in the comment section below. But I will be, and anybody else who has this, please let me know down in the comments below. What are your thoughts? And also let me know what your scent of the day is today, okay? So thank you so much, guys. I will be doing a full review, like I said, I probably repeated myself. I will be doing a full review on this, in a couple weeks, maybe give me a month. I have so much stuff to go through, but I really appreciate you guys watching the channel, showing me support. And my name is Dr.Goo. You're watching the channel Loc'd. Please stay safe, and remember, you can do anything that you put your mind to. Believe that. I'll catch you guys in another video, all right? Stay safe. I'm out. Bye.